Oh, I love how Twitter has just completely broken its fucking like at mention ability.
Yep.
I type in Yukki, and you'd think that it would go to the people in my friends list first who have Yukki in their name, but no, no. Twitter's like, fuck you. Here's this random Twitter account that just happens to also be called Yukki something. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So we're live. Let me crack open my official, unofficial sponsor of the podcast, Monster Mango Loco. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, grip and a rip it.
I have to say that was a joke for legal purposes because I don't want Monster to sue us like they sue everybody else.
Yeah, of course. The official.
There we go. I quoted your fucking your going live thing, Yukki. And tell me how you feel about that.
Oh boy, a new notification.
Oh boy. Unfortunately, I have to talk about the cat episode. Oh god, that's right, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So real quick, I'll do the intro. Good morning, evening, or whenever you're listening to us, because this is going to get put on YouTube. And welcome to the Program Advanced Podcast, the only Mega Man Battle Network podcast, where we also will talk about World of Warcraft. I've been playing World of Warcraft recently. It's pretty good now. You should probably just kidding. Okay, so real quick before we dive into the episodes, it's going to be kind of like a shorter episode today because I'm the time difference now is kind of shitty due to daylight savings time. I have to leave in an hour and a half. We have 5 episodes to get through today, but first, before we get into it, I want to go ahead and say thank you to Jin. Jin has decided to no longer do the podcast. No problems, no issues. Just, he's busy. Totally get it. So I just wanted to publicly thank him for, his time and hanging out with us. It was a lot of fun.
We love you, Jin. You're welcome to
We
come
love you,
back
Jin.
anytime.
Yeah, I hope you're doing good.
Super chill.
There are no bridges burned here. Nobody
Yeah.
should go looking deeper into that.
Yeah, literally nothing happened. It was just, hey guys, I'm going to be busy. Boop. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Real life son, so I get it.
Yeah.
And Jin, if you're listening to this,
I know what you are.
I got him. Podcast is still happening. We're still doing things. But I just wanted to publicly address that. So moving forward, it'll just be the 4 of us, and we'll address anything else as they pop up. So,
and for this episode, it'll be the 3 of us, and allegedly Bio might show up.
Right, because I think Bio went eepy sleepy or something. I don't know. Anyways, anything to dive into before we jump into the episodes? I got something, but I don't want to talk all the time.
I got nothing.
One of those episodes is a fucking fever dream, and I kind of can't wait for us to talk about it.
Yeah. Real quick, we're gonna do an ad break 8 minutes in. Real quick, I want to shout out the Millennium microphone, of which all of the followers that are following us are probably already aware of that place and that podcast. I mean, but they're a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast, or I think they are. Usually, whenever I tune in to Millennium Mic, they're usually talking about something completely unrelated to Yu-Gi-Oh.
To be fair, when people tune into this podcast, we're usually talking about 9/11.
Yeah.
9. Oh, I wish I had Nitro. I would play the 9/11 clip from fucking Brit Flip. They've got a thing of Family Guy Lois saying 9/11. It's funny. 9/11 is bad. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So, episode 37, I'm just going to use the actual titles because in the YouTube thing that they did, which is no longer available, but if you downloaded the YouTube playlist, like I told everybody to, it's still mistitled by 2 episodes due to how they fucking laid everything out.
Yep.
So the actual
episodes up.
Yeah, they fucked them up real bad. So the actual title is The Princess is Peeved. And it involves a brand new character to the show Princess Pride, which is a pun of Princess Bride, I think.
I choose to believe that she's just very supportive. She's an ally through and through.
Oh yeah, she she could be bisexual. That's cool.
She knows what we are.
She knows what we are. Okay, let me pull up my notes here. So the episode starts with Gutsman dying to Nightman in like 0.3 seconds. Like it takes no time at all. Gutsman has always kind of been a jobber, but now is completely concrete. He's just a gag that they use to show somebody being better
Very
at
strong.
everything. Yeah.
The token tough guy getting beaten by another like equally big guy.
Right.
Yeah, currently going up against a mysterious and really cool net battler named Whip and their Navi, Nightman.
Whip. I think I let that name kind of like wash over me. I didn't realize it until you said it. But Whip is a really fucking funny pseudonym to go by in real life.
Good.
It's pretty good. So Lan wants to battle this Whip person, and it's the princess. Okay, it's Princess Pride, but she's wearing a male presenting
fucking,
outfit
like,
to blend
bomber
in.
jacket and a hat.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Lan realizes that Whip is being chased by 4 female secret agents, right? And so Lan helps Whip run away. And to avoid being caught by these secret agents, they run into the men's bathroom. Now, the agents run into the bathroom, but then I guess they see a urinal and get scared and run away.
Oh shit, we don't know what that is.
I need to stress, like, if you're a secret agent for a government, you're not gonna be curtailed by, oh, that's the wrong bathroom, I shouldn't go in. Like, I don't know why this worked, but
Especially when you know the person you're chasing is a girl.
Right, yeah. But Whip gets embarrassed because she's a lady.
I'll kill you.
Leave the bathroom. They leave the bathroom. And so Whip wants to see Dentech City because she's never been, and she doesn't even know where to go. So Lan offers to show her around, and we get one really good line from Whip, who's like, I really want to see the city, but I don't know where to go. Like, hey, what's a post office? because she's royalty, get it? She would never go to the post office on her own. She has servants that do that for her. This show's stupid. Anyways, so Lan offers to show her around the city and says, quote, I'm going to show you parts of the city I've never been to before, which
that's a little weird.
Yeah, if you're a tour guide, if you're a tourist and you're looking for a tour guide and a tour guide says that to you, run. Don't walk, run. Like, find someone else, because it's not going to go well. But in Lan's case, it actually gets really, really funny, because here are the places that he takes Whip to go see. First up, I'm going to show you my mom, and shows Lan his house and his mom outside watering the plants. How fucking lame are you? Where, like, the first thing you show
you the coolest thing in the world, my mom.
Well, now I would love to meet Lan's mom. I don't know about you, but okay. If I'm doing tour guide shit, I'm not going to show you my mom. But he shows
desperate white man ever. I'd like to meet his mom.
Fuck you. So, the places he shows off are his house, his school, a random ass hill in the city where he takes naps, the World 3 curry shop where Yahoot tells Lan to go fuck himself.
Yeah, it's the curry here is awesome. The people, not so much. And it just immediately Yahoo holding curry, just saying, get out.
Get out. Bio's in chat. Bio, get in here. You busy?
Bio did say that they had something to do
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh,
But I
they
just
did?
love
Oh,
this
okay.
fucking. I
Oh,
love this
all right.
interaction and our fucking general.
We love you, Bio. Okay. So, Yahoot's Curry Shop, and then Higsby's Chip Shop, which has relocated to under a highway overpass. So every time a truck rumbles past, I think it's actually supposed to be under a train overpass. But every time a vehicle or a train rumbles over, all of his chips get knocked down from their stands. Which, I mean, to
Like at
me, the
that
ants.
place, like at that case, just put him in like a somewhere. God, I'm blanking out on the word. I guess
Surely
a
they have
glass
some sort
case
of like
or something.
A
yeah, like
closed glass case where they won't fall to the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah.
yeah, like surely this fucking world has to have some equivalent to like a Yu-Gi-Oh trading card binder for
Right.
battleships,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, he used to have little stands even when like before the haha I'm rich episode. So like what happened
Okay.
to those?
If you've ever been in Japan and you've
Recession hit this man
gone
hard.
to a subway or a train station, many of the train stations here have little convenience stores in the actual station, like on the at the receiving platform. So if those stands can hold magazines and chips and other shit without, them falling over, then surely your dumb little chip shop can too, Higsby. Come on.
Listen, Miss Higsby, we gotta emphasize that this man is useless.
Right. And then finally takes the princess, to Whip to Masa's roaming fish store because Masa is opening up a fish stall, I guess. So they decide to take a break. They go back to the hilly knoll where Lan takes his naps, and it just so happens that right across from that hilly knoll is a big ass like TV antenna that shows the news or whatever.
Sorry, you said Hilly Knoll, and my brain immediately went to, oh shit, look at that car coming up. Oh no!
that ad is like
Princess Bride, get down!
yeah. But so the news is about to talk about the princess, right? And the princess doesn't want Lan to know that she's a princess. So she literally like almost snaps Lan's neck to turn his face away from the TV. Like you can see his neck bend at an unnatural angle. It's real bad, actually.
It's fine. If she actually killed him, she has the money to cover it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the TV was just showing a body double princess who is doing all of the princess duties while Whip goes out and tries to live like a commoner for a little bit. So the princess and Nightman turns out to be a antivirus program, a mass-produced antivirus program. And it's in the testing phase, and so the announcement was that Nightman is, really good at busting viruses or whatever, and will be available for purchase later on. So Lan asks Megaman where to take Whip next. Megaman suggests the theme park, and they go there. And Lan invites the rest of the gang, so Dex, Mail, Yai, and the fuck is that loser's name? Iceman's operator.
Tori?
Dude, I don't know. He's barely
Sure.
fucking game.
Yeah, that guy. They invite him, and Yai says a line, and I'm gonna repeat the line as it was presented in the show. Can you believe Lan? First he runs away, then he calls us to come to the park as if we don't have anything better to do. With those pauses in between, right? And I went and double checked. They really like had to stretch that out for some reason. I don't know why. Because the JP dialogue
I guess to match flip
normal.
flaps or whatever. Maybe.
I guess I don't know, but it was really weird. So they're at the park, and they realize that Lan and Whip are being followed by the Elite Beat agents again. And so, in order to prevent them from capturing Lan and Whip, Dex and the gang
Holy shit!
create some distraction. So,
Yeah, y'all okay? Y'all okay?
yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
good.
no, I'm
So,
good. Just not noticing something in the Discord.
Freud, thank you. Yeah, I was reading the chat. Freud. Okay, so Dex turns. Dex turns into Sonic the Hedgehog.
Can you believe Princess Pride fell asleep to an ass that fat right next to her?
I love it when you can tell a well-crafted bullet hit its fucking target.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
You think this is gonna get us demonetized on YouTube? Oh wait, we don't make money.
Oh no, that quarter of profit. Okay, so Dex turns into Sonic the Hedgehog and spin dashes into the Elite Beat agents and scatters them. Then Freud, they hop in the go-karts to try and escape somehow. I don't know how that works because typically go-karts are self-contained tracks, but whatever. They hop in the go-karts and Freud decides to cause a 5-car pileup, which could have killed one of them because in the still image we're shown one of them is clearly flipping forward and onto her face. Then next is Yai, who blinds them with her massive fucking forehead. And finally is Male, who uses fake tears to like make the Elite Beat agents, I guess, concerned for her well-being. I don't know why she thought this would work, but it does. And Lan and Whip escape. And they escape outside into a water fountain and they get all wet. Now, because this is a Japanese produced show, when they change into clean clothes, they change into yukata, which are the robes that you would wear when you go take a bath or get out of the bath. There are also like decorational yukata that you would wear, when you're out in the streets, typically only worn in Kyoto, my city, because this is like the traditional city. But you can sometimes see them in other cities as well. So they're in yukata, and they don't mention yukata. They just say, "Oh, this fits nice," and then they just ignore the fact that it's there, which was probably real confusing for American and Canadian viewing audiences, but that's fine. Let's see here. And then Lan figures out, because they're in yukata, that that Whip is a girl. She's a woman.
Man, I can't believe it took him nearly most of the day to figure that out.
I know. And then he says, no, she's like, I hope it doesn't bother you. And he's like, no, it's okay. I like having girlfriends. And I'm like, yeah, man, me too. Good one, man. You're smooth. And then finally, it's the end of the day, and the princess gives Lan the net battle that he was waiting for. Yeah, Lan's got Riz. So we get to the net battle. Now, this shows that Lan is actually a really bad operator in like the grand scheme of things, because he's fighting Nightman, who is known for having like crushing ability, right? He's got this big metal wrecking ball. And his very first thought is to use Rock Cube to, like, I guess, block it, not recognize it.
Surely he cannot break this rock. Oh no!
Oh no, my rock is broken.
My rock, it's broken. All my rocks broken.
Dwayne, no!
And then Nightman turns on Stonebody, making him immune to Mega Buster. Mega Man tries to use Aqua Sword and Elex Sword and Air Fan to like push Mega Man towards Nightman with 2 swords. And Nightman beats it with a move that doesn't exist in the games called a Royal Wrecking Ball, which is just him spinning around really fast with his, orb, his spiked orb. So it's a tie, and then Shadow Man appears, and I need the sound clip of what Shadow Man says here. I got to go find it. He says, "I know what you are."
I got the
And
edited version, but that's
I
on my
know what you
laptop.
are.
So he says that.
he says that. And then Shadow Man mans a real life size UFO catcher. If you don't know a UFO catcher, it's the crane game thing that you use to, like, you drop a crane, pick up an item, and try to bring it to a pit where you drop it, and then you get it. There's a man-sized one that picks Lan up, puts him in a gachapon machine, and then shoves Lan inside a tiny gachapon ball. Which, why does this exist, for one? And for two, why is it not covered to prevent, like, the crane? How did the crane get out of the gacha game to go pick somebody up out of the machine? How did the crane put him into the machine? How did the machine fit a boy into a ball? I don't know.
So I got a very simple answer for that.
Yeah?
Anyway, so Shadow Man summons
Oh, okay.
a big ninja virus and beats the shit out of Nightman.
Well, yeah, so Nightman's getting the shit kicked out of him by this, like, ninja virus. And the only way that they can win is if Mega Man can get reunited with Lan so that they can use style change. So Princess starts beating on the plastic gachapon, like, ball thing with her bare hands, and is somehow strong enough to break it and crack it, freeing Lan. She cuts her hand up in the process. Lan wraps her hand in his bandana. Lan assumes control of Mega Man, uses what style was it? Heat Guts. Yeah,
Heat
that's right.
Guts.
He uses Heat Guts. Heat Guts
He
style.
only uses like 2 styles throughout most of the season.
I mean, it's a good thing one of those styles is the best one, but yeah, like, he only uses 2, which is kind of silly. So uses Heat Gut style, and then he uses the Royal Wrecking Heat Guts Buster, which is the dumbest fucking name for it. Saves the day, defeats Shadow Man, and is rewarded with a kiss by the princess.
Whoa.
Aw. So Lan goes to school the next day, and everybody's talking about how cool Nightman and the Princess Pride is, and we see Freud make an O face and say that he loves thinking about Princess Pride, and my parents think I think too much about her, and you can tell that he's, like, jizzing in his pants as he thinks about it. And then that's the end of the episode. Yeah.
I love how this episode is setting up just what Shadow Man is going to fucking become in this series. Because in the games, Shadow Man shows up like maybe twice. He's pretty fucking cool, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
In the manga, they were like, hey, this is a cool ass character design. What if we take him and make him 10 times cooler by making him the Guardian of the Undernet? They make him fucking cool in the manga.
Yep.
And then here they're trying to make him discount Team Rocket, but he's got no fucking riz, he's got no charisma, he got nothing. He shows up, usually with some shitty fucking virus, and he just talks in that sniveling little fucking, yes, I'm going to defeat you, Lan Hikari.
I was gonna say he's like the shittiest possible version of Rita Repulsa. Like,
he is.
I mean, yeah.
Like, he literally shows up, gives like an evil speech, spawns a monster, and then leaves. He is like,
and he's almost always drawn off fucking model.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so episode 37 done and dusted. Any last comments?
Princess Pride can get it.
Prince. Okay, so I need to add a caveat to that, because I agree, but with a caveat. One, I'm talking strictly about the in-game Princess Pride, where she's wearing like the newsboy outfit. She could totally get it. Two, this assumes that Princess Pride is above,
is of the age.
Of age, yeah.
Because they do not list ages anywhere in this fucking series or on the wikis or anything.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. And also 3, I want Nightman to watch.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why I said that. That's so stupid.
He wants Nightman to watch because he's about to get Multanic, man. Anyway, Chess Mess. Episode whatever the fuck the number is.
It's episode 38. It's called I'll Crush You.
Yeah.
Good
that.
episode name.
Yeah, good episode name.
Dub
Okay.
title is Chess Mess. I
Okay,
hate
now
this fucking episode.
I like that name though, Chess Mess. That's kind of funny, but okay. Yeah, Princess Bride is also tall, like really tall for, Anyways, moving on.
So,
Okay.
hey, you know Tora, a character who's like semi-plot relevant to a game? And also plot relevant to a huge arc of the manga? Yeah, this is the only episode he shows up in.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so they intro the episode by saying, welcome to Swapopolis, which is a terrible fucking name for your city. But there's a chess match going on between a supercomputer and a fucking loser, right? And the loser, who is a human player, Tora, instead of what I assumed was going to be like just a regular chess match, starts using battle chips, which is illegal in a chess match, and the everybody calls him out on it. But because he made an illegal play, the supercomputer can't calculate it because I guess it's not supercomputer enough, and it explodes, which gives the win of the chess match to the human by default, because who the fuck gives a shit about rules in this universe or like any sort of continuity?
Well, you see, it's all fucking according to the rules of net chess battling, which they don't explain the rules to that at all at any point in this fucking series. So don't worry.
I hate I hated this episode.
Also, the big mega computer he was fucking going up against, which is a very obvious reference to the fact that human players went up against Deep Blue, the chess robot.
What was this computer's name? Deep Gray?
Deep Gray.
Yes,
Yeah.
Deep Gray, which, funnily enough, had a Navi that was just King Man.
It was just Gray King, man.
Yeah.
You can see it for maybe like 5 fucking frames individually, but it's very funny that it exists at all.
All right. So yeah, that was the intro to the plot of this episode. We shift over to Dintech. Masa has opened up a cart restaurant, like a restaurant that he operates out of his cart.
He's serving takoyaki, which
he's serving
the dub is
takoyaki.
very fucking bitchy about, because they're like, ew, what the fuck is this weird food?
I
We're
actually
Americans.
I put a comment in that because, okay, obviously I live in Japan. We've given our kids takoyaki before. They fucking love it. It's delicious. Every time we pass a takoyaki stand, they always ask for takoyaki. So I imagine if you let kids have a chance, they would probably find it enjoyable, because it really is just fried octopus, batter, and spice and sauce. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
also,
really
it's
good.
Also a fucking it takes skill to make that shit the way that they actually.
Oh, have you ever
make it.
seen? Yeah, have you ever seen a takoyaki guy like actually make from scratch? It is so fascinating to watch the speed and process that they do it at.
Neat.
They oil the pan, they add batter, they add the stuff, and then they spin it with 2 chopsticks into a ball and just keep spinning it so it cooks evenly. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. I do appreciate that after their random fucking completely just like, you can tell this was a fucking dubism because there must not have been a line there. No lip flaps, because they could just add that shit in whenever they fucking want, because that's a thing they do in this series. Oh, there's no lip flaps? Let's make a fucking joke.
Yep, exactly.
They immediately followed up with the characters, actually liking the food. So whatever. The kids
Right,
of
yeah.
Dentech City at least have open fucking
It must have
minds.
taken the dub team a lot of restraint to not just go, oh hey, these are really good cupcakes. like they did with the
I
fucking
love
rice
cake
balls.
balls.
I I feel like they were trying to in pre-production when they were going over it, and then they're like, "No, these look nothing like cupcakes."
As opposed to the
Wow,
fucking
Masa, I
rice
can't
balls
believe
from
you-
earlier.
Wow, Masa, I can't believe you opened a cake pop stand.
So the gang gets fed, but Lan doesn't, and he's like, "Where's mine?" And Masa says, "I gave it to you." And neither of these two are like aware enough to have noticed that the takoyaki got snatched by Tora, who
Not that the show gives you any indication that happened until they just
right,
go,
yeah,
no, he stole it.
yeah, exactly. So Tora ate the takoyaki, and he's like, it was pretty bad actually. Your takoyaki has like shit. Well, they never say takoyaki; they say food. Your food has no spice, and the batter's a little undercooked.
You weren't using
And
filtered water. You watered it
yeah,
down
yeah.
with milk because you're calcium obsessed. Like, oh my god, fuck off. Who the fuck do you think you are? Keith fucking Lee?
I'd kill him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So Tora Tora is like being a dick, and then he gets attacked by the Dentex City gang, like three, I guess, gangsters of Dentex City that are
Yeah.
hanging out near the park for some reason.
One of them inexplicably, I'm fucking. I blocked these assholes out of my memory, and they're coming back to me because they're fucking dub voices.
Yeah, one of them is just
Two
randomly
of them
British.
Yeah, one of them was just. I sat there watching this episode. When he fucking got done talking, I paused and immediately just fucking had to fucking belt out. I'm really surprised that they didn't just have him go, "I'm talking like the Doctor Who."
The Doctor Who. I don't know why these three needed to be in this episode, and I don't know why that one of them needed to be British. That's a design choice on
They
both
existed because
teams.
they have to set up that Tora's really fucking cool and great and awesome and.
But they did that with the cheating in the early part of the episode.
Yeah, but
Like-
Lan needs to know that that's a thing. And what's the
whatever.
quicker way to make Lan know that he's got a good opponent than to watch him kick the shit out of some guys, I guess?
That's bullshit. I mean, okay, fine, but whatever. So, uh, Tora dispatches these freaks like immediately, and then challenges Lan to a net battle. And Lan says, like, he's thinking about it. He's like, okay, I can probably beat this nerd rather. And Tora says, "Oh no, no, no! We gotta up the stakes. If you lose, you give me your net navi."
Which
is
credit to Lan, he hears this and he actually fucking hesitates for a minute and goes, I don't think I want to risk Megaman. What the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
like
until a twist of fucking fate that forces him to do this
Okay.
shit.
we need to talk about that for a second because when all of this started, right? Masa was basically right next to Lan in physical space, right? He was operating his takoyaki stand. Tora went off to battle the Dentex City weirdos and beat them almost immediately using that same stand. So Masa, at most, because it's his fucking stand, had to have been like 5 feet away, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is Lan's hesitating and he's standing in front of the stand and he's like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And Masa, I guess, somehow teleported like a quarter mile away and started sprinting up with a different stand, and then realizes he's about to crash into Lan, crashes into Lan, and Lan like fumble fucks forward and jacks Mega Man in accidentally. Now, how did Masa teleport? 1. 2, why does he have a second cart? 3, why is he running at everybody for no fucking reason? And 4, specifically, why is he running so full pelt at Lan that he can't like stop himself in time to avoid hitting Lan? And actually 5, have you ever fumble fucked or stumbled forward and accidentally plugged something in? I sure as hell haven't, because it's kind of hard to do that.
Contrivance to make the plot move forward. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I know. Yeah, I know.
So-
it's dumb.
Lan gets tricked into this fucking net battle, and then he's like, no, it's a chess battle. And Meilu finally fucking does something, because she rightfully steps up and goes, no bitch, I know how to play chess. Lan has like 3 fucking brain cells that rub together maybe once
Well-
in a goddamn month.
Yeah, but wait, it's actually worse than that. Tora gives Lan net chess pieces
That are
to use.
absolute garbage.
They are dog shit, and Mail recognizes that he gave him like actually shitty pieces.
Hey,
so-
dickhead, you gave him nothing but pawns.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so Mail like steps up with her own pieces, which she's apparently like the Dintech City regional champion or something like that.
Which, like, good
okay.
for her.
Yeah.
It's a
No.
random piece of lore for her, but good for her.
Yeah, hey, it's fine. She's good at chess, net chess, whatever.
She needs
That's
a
She
hobby.
has a personality trait now.
Good at chess is
She
not a
has a
personality
hobby
trait.
outside of the episode.
We need one good female cast member, alright? Because the other one's a bitch I want to punt like a football.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can't do that because then she'll need to pee, like always.
God, I
hate
hate Yai.
I hate Yai.
Eat the rich.
Okay, eat the rich. All right, so, so Mail loads in and she jacks Roll in, and as soon as Roll loads in, Mega Man and Roll start flirting with each other, which is really, it's kind of cute actually. That's kind of cute. But then starts loading in the chess pieces as well. So we've got Mega Man Roll and a full suite of chess pieces, and then we have King Man and Tora's full suite of chess pieces. I'm completely sorry. And also the media and Rabita and Higsby and everybody is watching this because apparently this is a major match.
Yeah, it just becomes a random televised fucking event, I guess. Sure, whatever.
Why not?
It's the least egregious part of this episode. We then get let's see, that first section would have taken up about 7-8 minutes of the show's runtime, so we get about I'd put it at about fucking 13 minutes of pure just this is not really chess.
Right, yeah. So to sum it all up, because there's really, really no point in really deep diving into this like combat
At
scene.
one
Yeah,
point
it's
they
a-
start talking about shogi as if it's actually
That's
the
true. Oh,
Japanese version
that's
of
right.
chess.
So well, in a way it is, but I'll get
It
into
is
that in a
kind of
second.
an equivalent, but it has its own rules.
It has its own
and it
rules.
is a much different war game.
It is. Okay, so let me get into that. So Tora is only using one piece, his knight. And I think somebody says, I can't remember who, maybe Higsby, maybe Masta says, oh, maybe he just likes horses. He is weird, which I like that line. That's kind of funny.
Tora's a horse girl, confirmed.
Oh,
Tora's
no.
a horse. So Tora's only using his knight. Meanwhile, Mayo is like doing a full-fledged defense with all of her pieces. And it looks like Mayo is winning because she's got more ground. That's not true, actually, because Tora's holding all his pieces back. Then somebody recognizes, I forget who it is, but somebody recognizes that Tora is using what was the name of it? I didn't write it down. It is a genuine chess maneuver where you hold back your pieces and you only use like your bishop or your knight to like make, like guerrilla tactic.
Furin Kinzan. Or Furikizan.
Sure.
Furin Kizan is what
what
what the fucking method they call it is.
I'm gonna Google it quick.
I have it literally like pulled
Nope.
up here.
Nope.
Hmm?
Google's not working. Anyways, I don't know if that's the actual name for this maneuver, but I know that it is an actual shogi maneuver where you hold your pieces back and you use specific pieces to like snipe at the player to weaken their defenses before you send in the full army.
Yeah, here we go. Furin Kazan, popularized version of the battle standard used by the Sengoku period daimyo Takeda Shingen. It comes from the 4 phrases of Sun Tzu's Art of War: wind, forest, fire, mountain.
Okay. Sure.
They say that word a lot in the fucking episode, and it took me by surprise to hear this dub actually using any form of Japanese.
Of Japanese,
at
yeah.
all.
But when you Google Furinkazan and chess together, you get a list of shogi video games by Wikipedia.
Yeah, because they were talking about shogi when they were talking about this technique.
Right. So, shogi, if you aren't aware, shogi is a it is a Japanese version of chess with its own rules. It's not a 1-to-1 equivalent, but it is probably the closest thing to it. And apparently Tora's dad or grandpa or whoever was actually like a shogi god or master. So Tora like starts actually playing the game for real and like bounces Megaman, pinballs him between Kingman and a rook, which is really funny. But then Megaman, because Lan is not good at chess, he's only good at net battling. He starts doing what he's good at, and it actually almost starts to work. Megaman starts like taking out pieces, right? But then Tora activates a shogi maneuver called Tiger Attack. I don't know what it is. And Lan activates a dragon attack. Again, how the fuck does he even know what he's doing?
They're just making shit up.
They're just making shit
They're
up
just
at this
saying- They're
point.
just doing shit.
They're just
Listen,
doing
Lan,
shit.
if I were you, you see, the only strategy to win chess is to simply area steal, cyber sword.
Yep.
Well, no. Here's what he does this time, right? So he gets pinned in by a bunch of pieces, and he's about to get smashed by Kingman. What he does is he uses mini bombs to dig a tunnel, because that's a thing, and that allows him to avoid getting smashed.
Somehow.
He has Kingman trapped in that little thing that Kingman put himself in, and he could have blown Kingman up, but Roll's in the way, and he refuses to sacrifice Roll to win the fight, which Kingman respects, and Tora also respects, and so they agree to a mutual draw.
And then Shadow Man
I have
shows up with yet another fucking virus. Mega Man goes into elect team style with Roll, which neat.
Sure.
I'm questioning why they've decided after the one time that team style actually, changed the fucking design based on the Navi.
that they
This
didn't
time
do it again.
apparently they were just like, no, we're not going to implement. Oh, and going forward, no, we're just not going to implement any of the fucking qualities. We're going to put Roll's symbol on Mega Man's chest, and that's it.
That would require changing the entire transformation sequence.
Nah, that's too
which
much.
costs money. Yeah, that's too much. I got to read this comment from chat. I know we're not supposed to, but I just want to read it real quick. According to the rules of Shogi, Tiger Attack is when you send a live tiger after your opponent.
Finally, a game I can
the
play.
right idea.
Yeah. Okay, so Alex style change, roll form, defeat Shadow Man's little like bug summon thing. Shadow Man vanishes. End episode.
God,
Thank
All right.
fucking God, Tora will never show up again.
God, this
Let's
is,
talk
this
about
just
the
keeps
cat
fucking
episode.
killing me. I'm looking to my right monitor, Princess Pride lookout. I'm looking to the monitor in front of me, Princess Pride lookout. I'm getting assaulted everywhere.
Oh well, don't let the assaults stop now because we've got the
Episode-
incredible rush.
in episode 39, Champion Dog Rush. Okay, this is the cat episode.
All right,
I
as the resident cat boy of the podcast, I do not support this episode. This does not represent my kind. This shit
Yes, it
sucks.
does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
no,
does.
It does not.
No, it does.
No, it
It
doesn't.
does. Cat boy, but a slur. That's what this episode is.
I would like to point something
Yeah,
out.
you're right.
So I keep the wiki pages for episodes up just to help me, keep a refresher on what fucking happened in this episode, and also just to find, interesting, tidbits and stuff, right?
Right.
The wiki pages for individual episodes of this fucking anime have been bone goddamn dry of content until this fucking episode, which has, in its summary, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking paragraphs worth of fucking summarization.
That rules, actually.
The cat episode has more fucking wiki content than actual plot relevant episode.
That's awesome. I actually think
Oh.
that's really fucking funny.
So a freak
Okay.
electrical storm releases a cat virus.
Yeah, but
So-
derogatory.
Did you just say yeah?
Yeah, but derogatory.
Oh god.
So
yeah,
the
slip-
next, the next
had to slip in one
morning,
in.
the next morning, Rush
I hate you all.
materializes in
I hate
the
this.
fucking. Rush is suddenly just materialized in the human world. I guess that's just a thing this dog can do now.
So Rush actually, yeah, Rush appearing in the real world makes no sense and it's never explained. But it is probably the most interesting part about this episode because Rush's first instinct is to go to Lan's house and start cooking and start drinking his tea.
Yeah,
Just go to
bro's
his house,
just,
drink
like,
his tea, cook a
big
fucking
chillin'.
steak for yourself.
It's so good. So, but
everyone's
well,
navies are turning into cats, which is a thing now. And Dr. Hikari's back in the show again, and
in blackface.
yeah, he sure do be looking like Professor Oak's cousin out here.
So we kind of skipped over it, but when Lan and Mail see Megaman and Roll, they both say "good meowing," and that's when I wrote, "Oh fuck, this is the cat episode."
Yeah.
Because I was like, "Oh no." Thankfully, this is kind of funny. That is, as far as I'm aware, like one of the 3 puns that they make in this episode. They don't actually use a lot of cat puns.
No, because
It
the
is
rest of it's
mostly
just cat
slapstick
noises.
in this.
Right, yeah. So all the net navis have turned into cat variations. So you see Cat Gutsman, which is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. Cat Glide, which is just what Yukki would look like if you saw him at an anime convention.
I'll kill you.
Honestly, Cat Gutsman was just nothing. It was just Gutsman with ears and whiskers. Like, they did nothing to that
Yeah,
design.
and that's scary. Hang on, we got a question. Where can I watch the archive of the other episodes?
I think someone put them on the Internet Archive.
Yeah, probably. Otherwise you got to sail the seas and pirate. Sorry. Okay, so Higsby's face when he's looking at Cat Numberman is real good. I need to get a screen cap of that because it's a good reaction image, I think.
I honestly think Cat Numberman was the only good one out of all these cat designs.
I disagree. I think that the cat viruses, especially Cat Metar, was really good.
Yeah, you know, those were good for the 2 seconds they show up.
Yeah.
So the news is reporting on everything. Rabita's fucking talking about all of this and
Whoa,
about how
whoa,
all of these
whoa,
fucking
whoa.
net navis.
Whoa,
What?
slow
What?
your roll. You skipped over Cat AI Idol.
No, I was fucking leaning into that.
Oh, I thought you skipped right over it. Okay,
No,
my
'cause
bad.
Rabita's
Continue.
fucking talking about everybody and then fucking goes over to stupid AI VTuber bitch and goes, "Even you?" And then she turns around and goes, "Nope." And it's just, she just has cat ears and a fucking cat mouth whisker thing as a costume piece on her, I guess. So cool. The fucking VTuber is immune to the virus at least. Good to fucking know, universe. We're so
Are you
fucking happy that I is a fucking ear.
Are you
I hate her.
I hope she
Are you
gets deleted.
Are you disappointed to know that people who wear fursuits aren't actually like the animal that they're representing? Like did you know
that Aki
did you know that I'm
exists.
not actually a fox?
What the fuck?
It's true. I
Once
don't
again.
go
I know
yip
what
yip
you
yap.
are.
Oh no. Okay, so Landstad shows up in blackface, and then explains that he could write a vaccine, but they need to catch the cat virus first. We cut to the net police, Commander Beef and Sal
They
and
try to
Miu.
solve the problem. They are also cats.
They are also cats. Cat
They chase
Skullman.
Sharkman because he looks like a fish.
Yeah, I will say that the only design that I actively like paused and recoiled from was Cat Woodman. I think that is
It's horrifying.
It's bad.
It's horrible. It's real bad.
Rush makes spaghetti. That was great.
Cook up the
Good,
meatball.
good for her.
It's funny because that wasn't actually spaghetti. That was just soba noodles, but
I figured as much. But
because your American and Canadian audience isn't going to know what the fuck soba noodles are, it got
it's
translated to
really
spaghetti.
fucking funny to think about Lan and Co. eating spaghetti without sauce. Because
Yeah,
that's what they end up doing.
yeah. Iceman is about to become completely cat, and when that happens, then there's no going back. So Lan and the gang decide to go look for the cat virus in the net by sending Megaman and team after them.
We should note that going full cat in this instance basically means they put them through the waifu 2x upscaler and smoothed their body out.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
They put on a fucking Kigurumi, that's it.
That's really funny actually. So something happens like a small bomb, mini bomb, or like an orb or whatever gets knocked off a store, and everybody except Iceman has to like super resist the urge to play with it because get it, they're cats, right?
Yeah.
And in order to they catch up with the cat who is at the net park or whatever, and they attack the cat. Now, in order to fight the cat, Lan throws in a mini bomb chip. But because a mini bomb is a ball, yeah, thank you, that's what the cat looks like. Because the mini bomb is a ball, Mega Man loses that urge and starts to play with it, and it explodes in his face. And we get a great voice line of the voice actor saying, "Hey, where'd the pretty ball go? I want to play with it." It's pretty funny, I think.
I actually like the virus design for the cat virus. It's cute.
It's a cat.
He's a little fucking gremlin. He's a little fucking dude. He's a little fucking jackass.
There's no design. It's a cat. It literally looks like a cat with like some weird shit.
For that.
It's a good cat.
It's good. It's a cat. It's good. It's automatically fucking good. What
So
the fuck are you on about?
somehow the cat leaves the cyber world. I don't know how. It just comes to the real world like Rush. And Lan's dad thinks that it's
solid hologram.
Yeah, we need to talk about that real quick. Those two words contradict each other, right? You can't have a hologram be solid. It's not a hologram anymore. It is a solid object.
Well, you know, something hard light phenomenon.
Yeah?
Something Halo Infinite.
Yeah, this anime is stupid. So Land sorry. Everybody goes to try and stop the cat, right? And the cat at this point is the size of a skyscraper, I need to point out. The cat gets pinned in between two buildings, and when the solid hologram starts to like interface with solid objects like a building, it starts to interrupt its hologram and I guess causes damage. I'm not sure. I don't know why it doesn't work when he's like stepping on solid ground, because that would effectively be the same thing.
Don't worry about it.
But hey, this gives Dr. Hikari an idea that the energy of lightning must fucking empower these things, I guess. So he, quote from the wiki, sends a signal to a cloud, forcing a bolt of lightning to strike Rush.
I need to stress, not the cloud like the internet cloud.
No, an
actual
cloud
rain
of
cloud.
vapor, of air, of condensed water floating in the sky.
He pointed his phone at a cloud and pressed a button, and that
this man hacked the weather.
He hacked the weather, which in turn hacked Rush somehow and grew Rush to this. This episode is fucking stupid.
Cue a really dumb but kind of endearing Looney Tunes ass little fight between these two kaiju-sized viruses,
it definitely was a homage to Looney Tunes in a little bit, like where he
Rush's face literally gets fucking concaved.
Yeah, like gets concaved, and he just makes like this like Daffy Duck's like no gesture before he falls backwards in pain.
They even have like just a Looney Tune ass like sound effects, like
exactly, yeah.
This basically does nothing. The cat gets tired and goes back to the cyber world.
Wait, hang on. So Rush can open portals to hell cyber world somehow, and he uses it the first time to summon bone nunchucks, which he displays great use of. Like, he can actually use them. He twirls them around his body and all that. But then he flings them into the air, and because they're bones and he's a dog, he instead eats them instead of using them. And then he opens the portal to hell underneath the cat, sending the cat back to the cyber world, where Megaman and the gang can subdue the cat, but they can't because they are also cats. And so Lan gets the idea to send a Rattan virus after the cat virus so that it distracts Megaman and the gang so that they will attack the cat, which allows Dr. Hikari to capture the cat, make a vaccine, and kill the cat virus. But Rush can still enter the human world now and just ends the episode by cooking with Lan's mom.
Dumps a shitload of salt and a shitload of pepper into their fucking food.
Hey, you
Completely
measure that
ruins
shit
it.
with your heart. No, you measure that shit
that
with your
wasn't
heart.
measuring it. That was the
the
fucking
lid
lids
popping off.
fell off.
Doesn't matter. You measure that shit with your heart. Rush's heart is clearly several sizes too big, but that's fine. It's like garlic.
Jesus
Episode
Christ,
40.
fuck.
I hate
Job
that
change
episode.
to gospel.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna blow through this real quick because I gotta leave in like 15 minutes. And I actually, do we just want to do this episode and then leave episode 41 for the next
Yeah, we can just
podcast?
leave.
Yeah,
we can
'cause,
make
like-
41
Okay.
the next set.
If we
'Cause,
just
that
if we
was
just
my
have it by
safety watch
4,
anyway.
if we just have it by 4, we literally finish the entire season in a set of 4 before Christmas.
There we go.
Perfect.
Let's do it. Okay.
Perfect.
Episode 41, your new position is at Gospel. Okay, so Maddie, World 3, right? The Wacko Man's operator, is at a noodle shop, and she's like being mad that she works at a curry shop now because Dr. Wily no longer exists. And she gets a job offer from Goust, who works for Grave. So Maddie goes back to the curry shop where Yahoo.
Maddie gets that emotional
Match.
update from Inside Out 2 and suddenly learns what ennui is.
Yeah. Now, I gotta say, I don't care much for Maddie's original design, and I don't care for Wacko Man at all. I think they both suck. Office Lady Maddie, however,
She can get it.
she could get it. I'm just
Ow!
saying. I'm
Every day, man,
just
she can
saying.
get it more than her basic design can. I'll
Yes,
be fucking
yeah,
real with you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dude, the tied up hair, short.
Yeah, she.
Woo.
Oh God. Whew. All
She
right.
looks
So
good when she seems like she knows what she's fucking doing.
exactly right. And this causes like some problems because Mr. Match and I already forget the electric guy's name.
Counts up.
Count Zap, thank you. I knew it was Count something. Count Zap and Mr. Match hate the fact that they see a successful woman in front of them and tell her to get the fuck out because she's got a new job. But Yahoot recognizes that, you know, it's okay and offers
You'll
her
always be welcome here. Here.
exactly. And gives her an envelope that we don't know the contents of at this point. So, we cut to Lan yelling out top secret information in a restaurant, which is stupid on Lan's part, but it's also stupid on Commander Beef's part, because who the fuck decides to hold a top secret, like, mission thing in a public restaurant that's packed to the gills full of people? Right?
Listen,
like,
the cosplayers have to go somewhere during the con to eat.
oh my god, could you imagine if Commander Beef just shouted out Garugamesh? Well, he's fucking...
Jesus Christ.
He totally
I just felt
would.
some of my blood.
He totally would. Okay, so Beef, Sal, and Miyu. I already forget their name, their secret names. I just call them Sal and Miyu. Beef, Sal, and Miyu are briefing Lan on a potential top secret mission, and they want to enlist Lan's help in convincing Yai to get them invites to this party. Yai and everybody was in the booth next door and just says, yeah, sure, that's fine. Because, of course, Beef has a really loud fucking mouth and can't keep a secret. So they all agree and they get ready for this party. We cut back to Maddie, who is in a bikini, lounging at the pool. And I just want to reiterate, she could fucking get it. but she's living the high life now. She's at a pool. She's got a mixed drink. She's living life.
She has a badly
And
censored bra.
With a badly censored bra. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I noticed that too. So she, Goust comes up to her and invites her to, look at his like collection or whatever. And it turns out that Goust has a mechanical statue of Dr. Wily. And when you press the button of this mechanical statue, it says, "You fools, don't you realize that quitters never win?" And that's the only thing it says. His eyes light up, his head bobbles around. It's actually really, really funny. But Maddie just sees this and goes like, "Why would you have this?" Like, who would make this? We cut back to the W3 gang. They're sad. They miss Maddie because, of course, they do. That's Team Rocket. You can't separate Team Rocket. And then we cut back to the party. Now, this party is funny for a lot of reasons, but let's go through it one by one, right? So we get this panning shot of Lan's friends and the Net Police in Halloween costumes because it's a costume party. So Lan is dressed up as the dub calls him Monkey Prince. We know that is Wukong. Dex is a pig man. I don't know what that's referencing, but he's a giant man with pig faces.
So that might also be referencing the Wukong mythos, actually.
Maybe,
I
Because
just think the entire gang is that.
Really? Okay.
I think the entire concept is that they are all of the Monkey King's companions, yeah.
So I'm not familiar with Journey to the West that much, but fine. So Yai is dressed up as a spirit medium, but her dub has her say, "I'm a beautiful rich kid," which is really good, actually. That's actually really funny. I cracked up when I heard that. Male is a Japanese, or I guess in this case Chinese, because Journey to the West is from China. A princess of some kind. Commander Beef is dressed up as a Viking somehow, and Sal and Miyu with the fish helmet. And Sal and Miyu have combined their costumes to be a horse, and Sal is the horse's butt, which she is understandably upset about.
Hey,
but she lost the coin toss. Yep. She lost the coin toss. You have to honor the coin toss.
Sometimes you just gotta be a horse's ass,
Yeah. So they're in the party now. Beef and Sal and Miyu decide to go do their job. So Beef mounts Sal and Miyu.
That's a sentence.
That's a sentence. Beef mounts Sal and Miyu and
You think I'd get shit for naming the YouTube episode that?
No, I think that's actually fine.
Heck yeah.
Do
Mounting Miyu. There you go. There's the episode title.
I think it would be better as Beef mounts Sal and Miyu. I think that's funnier.
You know what? Just maybe that Beef mount.
Beef. That's really good. Okay, I'm sorry. We got to get through this. Okay, so Beef, Sal, and Miyu go try to find Goust, and they discover a laser trap hallway. Lan and Megaman show up, and they disable the laser trap, and all four of them decide to go infiltrate this secret meeting. Right? Turns out, shocking nobody, the meeting was a trap. And all those guys in robes are actually just robots.
They're just robots.
So,
fuck! They revealed their bandage. Like, they took off their bandages and revealed that they're all individual pieces of cubics. Truly, he was robots for everyone.
That's really that's a deep cut. That's funny. So Beef and team dismantle the robots and then and challenge Gauss to a net battle. Gauss says, "No, why would I do that? I would lose, obviously."
I'm winning.
Bro, why would
now.
I battle you when I could just drown you?
Yeah, and starts flooding the room. Now, the room is flooding, and Gauss fucks off to go play the organ like a fucking freak. And Maddie is having second thoughts about all of this because, to quote, "Even at World 3, we never took things this far. Maddie, you yourself have caused untold number of death and injury due to traffic related reasons. And that's not even accounting for what Mr. Match did, what Yahoot did, and what Count Zap did. All four of
Madeline,
you.
darling, you were part of an organization whose main goal was nuke the world.
Exactly. I don't want to hear shit about how World 3 was never this bad. Oh my god.
Can we just have a moment to fucking just always remember these motherfuckers are war criminals
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're war
they
criminals.
are
They are
terrorists.
actually
They're
they are
terrorists.
who were
terrorists.
never punished.
So, Lan discovers that there's a Jack underwater, and in this universe, who gives a shit about taking electronic devices underwater, I guess, and decides to jack Megaman in underwater. And guess what? Guess who's back? The Blowjob Brothers are back, baby. That's right. Magnet Man and his South Polarity are back, and they start using North-South tackle to pin things in between two sweaty men. And they do that, actually. Yeah. So Maddie goes and consults the statue of Wiley because she's conflicted over, being a friend and being a war criminal, I guess. And she decides to help Lan in the gang. So she sends Wacko Man in, and Wacko Man immediately, helps Mega Man, yeah, but immediately gets North-South tackled. Almost immediately just gets smashed.
She pushed the button on the fucking Wiley statue, and it called her a cuck, and she immediately was just like, "You're right, I should cuck him."
Yeah. It's so Wacko Man distracts the Blowjob Brothers, and Mega Man uses this time to style change into LX style and uses Wacko Man extension, which I don't think is a thing in the games. I don't remember Wacko Man being a partner for style change.
Definitely not, considering he only shows up in one fucking game.
Right. So, but this essentially just gives him the Mega Ball ability from Mega Man 8. Yeah.
It gives him a fucking soccer ball. That's it.
Yeah. And he uses it to
I kick good.
He killed Blowjob Brothers good. They die. Goust puts on his Dr. Robotnik outfit, flies off in his flying machine towards the moon, and says, "Yo, I'll pay for this." And that's the end of the episode.
It still fucking sends me reeling how much of a cartoon character Gauss is in this.
Yeah.
Considering in the fucking games, he's at least a semi-respectable threat for the one chapter he's in.
I mean, yeah, he's
Right,
about
yeah.
9/11.
He's
Gotta bring it back, baby.
got to bring it back.
Every episode, we gotta mention.
We got to mention 9/11 every episode. So, all in all, I kind of didn't really like these episodes. I will say that I thought I kind of liked the Maddie episode more than the others, because even though there's that bullshit about her not accounting for her war crimes of the past and finding, that part bullshit, but it does show some, Maddie misses her Team Rocket friends, and that's good. The W3 goons are, for better or worse, a complete package, even with her not really being as memorable as Mr. Match or Yahoot. There's still
The episode was at least fun.
It was fun compared to the cat episode, which made me want to shoot myself.
The cat episode was a fucking fever dream that kept hitting me with shit that just in the span of seconds you get characters are turning into cats, Rush is in the fucking real world, Lan's dad is back and he's black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember what the episode before that was about. And the fucking Princess Pride, I almost said Princess Peach. Princess Pride episode was interesting only because Princess Pride is in the episode, and that's it. Everything else is whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest, even though it was a fucking fever dream, I still think that the chess man, that fucking Nightman episode
that
might
was
have been...
yeah.
No, not Nightman. Yeah, no, it's Chessman, isn't it?
Kingman.
Kingman.
Fucking hell, I hate these names sometimes.
Like Kingsman.
I think,
you know?
yeah, I think the Kingman episode is my actual least favorite, just because that one was so fucking boring, and I want
was
to
so
like
boring.
Like
Tora
in
as
my
a
notes, it
character.
was just this is boring. Style change and end this.
Also,
Yeah.
knowing that Tora never shows up again, despite being a decent foil for Lan, a decent rival character for Lan, that sucks. That actually fucking sucks.
And I forgot to mention it, but at the end of that episode, they do set him up to be like they have Lan and him like rival arguing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You'd
I'm the
think,
greatest.
like, oh,
You're
he's
the
gonna
greatest.
come
Like,
back.
yeah. No, we never see him again. Stupid. Anyways, that's it for these episodes. I know, like, we daylight savings kind of threw us for a loop. Me especially. We don't honor daylight savings here in Japan, so I thought this episode was going to start an hour, 2 hours ago, if that makes sense. So I got to go. I got stuff to do. We leave you with this image of Hikari's Dr.
Blackface.
Hikari blackface. Please enjoy. We will be talking about shifting the podcast to Tuesday, Wednesday, now that we can, more easily coordinate how many people we can get together to do these episodes. And we're also talking about doing episodes about other stuff too, not just Mega Man. So, we're thinking about expanding, but that's something that we will talk about and update you, the audience, about in the future. Thank you for listening. We love you all. And I'm trying to think of a way to close this episode out.
branding the podcast, Meow. Goodbye, every Nyan.
No, we're not.
No!
Fuck